there, so today we're going to be going through some examples of how we can utilise a Spartan self-defense module. We've got a selection of helpers here today that are all different sizes and ages, and we're going to be hopefully demonstrating that the Spartan IQ system can be adapted for any environment with any background and without any previous knowledge of self-defense or martial arts experience. So I'm just going to take you around who we've got here today. So we've got Dan over here. We've got Thomas, we've got Philip, and we've got Vishal. And we're going to be demonstrating a few exercises today to get them moving, to show that this system can be used for a wide range of abilities, ages, expertise, without any previous knowledge at all. Okay, so we're going to take it nice and straightforward. So guys, how are we feeling today? Not too bad? Good, good, good. Okay, so I know I've gone through with you some of the moves already. Today we're just going to put them together in a pattern to start to build together the 10 moves so that we can demonstrate not only the entry level work, but also start to build in some of the more advanced moves where we can actually see some of the energy, some of the aggression potentially. Okay, so I just want you standing as you're standing now, nice passive stance, hands by your side for me. Lovely. What we're going to do now is going to move our hands up to the palms up passive position. Lovely. And we're going to step back into a fighting stance with the arms open. So either leg standing back. Lovely. We're now going to step forward back into passive. Lovely. And step forward, keeping the arms up, just moving into a forward fighting stance, arms still open. Lovely. Okay. So moving back now to passive and palms down. So what we're doing is just setting the groundwork there to make sure that these guys understand that we're going to be moving, we're going to be working and keeping our stance passive. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to have the same sequence again, except this time you're going to step back, okay, passive palms up. Then as you come forward, you're going to strike with 4 eye strikes, okay? So we're going to stand hands by our side, passive palms up. Lovely. Step back into fighting stance. From there, 4 eye strikes. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Back to passive, standing forward. We're going to do the same thing moving forward now. So forward fighting stance. 4 strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely, guys. Back to passive and back in. Hands down by your side and give yourself a shake out. Okay, we're going to go through a description now of what that actually is in a real life environment. So, guys, let's go back to our passive position. Hands by your side. The next position we're going to have is palms up. Okay, so palms up position. Lovely. Now what we're saying here is that we're not a threat, okay, that we're passive. If we've got an aggressor coming into us who's being aggressive, we're demonstrating to them that we're not a threat, we're not going to cause them any damage, and ultimately we're trying to diffuse the situation. We may say phrases along the lines of, I'm not going to cause any trouble, please don't hurt me, please don't hit me, don't do anything, etc. From there, we're going to step back, okay? We may say something as we step back. So we may say, please don't hit me, and we step back at the same time. Lovely. Okay, back up to passive again. So on my count, when we say please don't hit me, you're going to move. So please don't hit me, and you step back. From there, please don't hit me, 4 eye strikes. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Back to passive in the middle. By now he may have moved back. Now at this stage you may decide to run away, or you may progress on forward and keep the attack going. This time we're going to switch to punches. A closed fist, moving forward. Punches now. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Back to passive and relax. So we can see a real life example there of how we've basically taken a street scene where someone would be aggressing towards us, we've become passive, we've stepped back, we've struck the assailant against them in their face several times, they may recoil, then we're going to aggress onto them, 4 punches to the face and hopefully be able to escape. Now from this, what we can do is take this very simple system and build the intensity up. At the moment we're working very low level. Okay, we're now going to add a little bit of intensity to it. So gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to stand with our hands up in passive. Okay, we're going to come back into our back stance. And this time I want you to count the strikes as you do them. So I want to hear a nice clear 1, 2, 3, 4 as you punch. So off you go on my count. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely, back to passive and lovely, arms down by your side. Lovely, gents. Line your line up for me. Perfect. So we can see we're starting to get the core engaged. We're starting to hear the vocals coming from the stomach. But now, gents, I want you to do the same thing again. We're going to do a little bit louder. Okay? So, hands up, passive. Lovely. Back into fighting stance. Nice and loud now, gents. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Back to center. Passive. Good. Excellent. Now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to do 4 at the back, 4 at the front. Okay? On my count. So hands by your side, palms up. Lovely. Back stance, back fighting stance. Lovely. 4, go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Step forward. Lovely. Passive. Step forward again. 4 punches. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lovely. And back down and relax. Good. Okay, so we can see now already we're starting to get more core engagement. We're starting to hear some vocals. The guys are obviously starting to enjoy it, if they were smiling. You would see that there would be some engagement there. And in an office environment, you're going to break the barriers down where you're hearing things, you're seeing things, and again, people are getting active, okay? What we're going to do now, gents, we're going to take this strike up to the next level. We're going to add a little bit more energy into these strikes, and we're going to put you in a front fighting stance. If you can all come forward in a front fighting stance for me. Lovely. Okay, we're now going to open our palms up and bring them into a fighting stance, but the palms are open. Okay, so it's like passive but with the arms open. From there, we're going to do one big strike to the sternum. So we're driving through this way, coming forward. We're using a lot of energy and we're pushing forward in one strike. Okay, you can start off slow and build the energy as you go. So nice and gently, first strike coming in, one strike, off you go. Perfect, lovely, and back. Okay, let's try that again. Same again. Lovely, and again for me. Lovely, let's have 3 more in your own time, nice and steady. Off you go. Lovely, so you can see the pace there. Lovely, guys. Back down to passive and relax. What we're going to do now is take that system and start to introduce the vocal noise that we had before to start to see some more engagement of the core. We're going to start to see some energy coming out, and hopefully they're going to have some fun with it as well. So, gentlemen, forward fighting stance for me. Lovely, palms up, passive as if to fight. We are going to strike forward, and this time I want to hear a nice big 1 as we come in, okay? On my count, go. 1. And again. 1. And again, louder. 1. And again, louder. 1. There we go. Lovely, gentlemen. Back you go, hands by your side. So again, with a little bit of encouragement, without too much effort, we've started to see that these gentlemen are now starting to engage. We can hear the noise, okay? There's going to be noise in the office itself. It's going to draw attention to what we're doing. And again, hopefully it's going to engage more and more people in the Spartan IQ system, okay? Right, gentlemen, let's put all that together in a little bit of a sequence, shall we? So what we're going to do is hands by your side. I'm going to call it, you're going to do it, and then I'm going to let you loose to run it by yourself. So, in the position you're in now, passive palms up. Lovely. We're going to go to back stance, and I want you stepping back, and I want strikes, and I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to passive now. Coming forward into fighting stance, and a single strike with a big 1. Go. 1. Lovely, guys. Okay, let's see that together by numbers. So back, palms up, passive. Lovely. Stepping back, 4 strikes. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to passive. Stepping forward. 1 big strike. Go. 1. Lovely, guys. And again, let's see it again. Palms down. Lovely. Palms up. Backwards. Strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to passive. Forward. Strike. 1. Lovely, guys. Okay, as much energy as you can this time now. Palms down. Shake it out. Let's get ready. Okay, big one. Here we go. Palms up. Passive. Back stance. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to central. Stepping forward. Big strike. Big 1. 1. There we go. Lovely, gentlemen. Good stuff. Relax. Good. Tell me, Philip, how easy was that? Or how difficult?
It's very easy. It's been very enjoyable.
Excellent. Good stuff. Vishal, how did you find it?
Yeah, I can feel my heart rate going up, and I feel like I've worked my tummy area.
Excellent. Fantastic. So we can tell Vishal here, he is a personal trainer, he's one of our instructors. Vishal, tell me a little bit about your background. What sort of fitness you've done up until now?
So 7 years ago, I was working in a gym, and I was working as a gym instructor. And then a year later, I was advised to either leave or use my personal training qualification and actually become a personal trainer. So I was qualified, but I didn't have the confidence. And I enrolled into doing personal training, as in doing personal training as a business. And it was really tough in the beginning. But then I started to get better, started to get a client base. And then about a year and a half ago, I wrote a book. And ever since that's happened, things have just started to get really exciting, and I'm starting to help more and more people around the country and around the world.
Excellent, thank you very much. So you can see there we've got people like Vishal involved with Spartan IQ who are already working with a number of clients, and I'm sure Vishal's going to be using some of this information forwards. Now Dan, we've got here. Dan, if you can tell me a little bit about your fitness training, the kind of expertise that you've done prior to now, what sort of things you've been doing to keep yourself fit and keep yourself active?
For myself, I've been a martial artist for most of my years. And recently, after leaving office work, I've become a personal trainer, and now I specialise in teaching high-intensity interval training, where you do a lot of different moves in a very short space of time, a short rest, and we do it all again. Really gets the heart rate going, gets you good and sweaty in a very short space of time.
Fantastic. So you can see Dan's got a lot of experience there that he's bringing to the table in Spartan IQ. Now tell me a bit, Dan, about this workout that we've just done here. Can you tell me a bit about how you felt as you were doing it and how you feel now whilst you're doing a little bit of recovery? How did that make you feel?
gave me a lot of power. Felt very powerful, particularly the shouts. Felt good sort of power from my chest coming out. Could feel it coming down through your arms. Makes you feel more confident to walk out and about in the world.
Excellent. Did you find that your heart rate had come up?
Certainly has, yes.
Excellent. So we can find someone even with Dan's experience that's a personal trainer, teaches people how to do high intensity interval training. Even with the 5 minutes that we spent doing this, he found that his heart rate had been raised. In the long run, this is going to improve people's health. It's going to improve people's fitness. We're seeing the engagement. Not only that, we're hearing the engagement as well. It's very difficult to fake the noise that these gentlemen were putting forward today. And as a result, the Spartan IQ Health System can be used in a number of ways to get people involved, to keep people active, and ultimately to get people feeling fit and healthy. So hopefully these gentlemen today will have given some indication behind what we can do, what we can achieve with the Spartan Health System, and more importantly, the self-defense moves from one of the modules that Spartan IQ offer. So hopefully we'll see more of it in the future. And gentlemen, big round of applause. Thank you very much for your time.